she does. She does have proficiency in shields. Let me have a look.
Wait.
Speak of the devil.
Yes, she does.
Hello?
Yo.
Hello.
We're just hacking your character, no worries.
Oh, don't worry.
I'm playing
Oh.
laptop.
All right, so
Oi, cheeky
cookie or not cookie?
Cookie, a whole plate of new warm cookies that are too hot to eat right now.
We demand pictures.
I will send pictures when I go back into the kitchen shortly.
Cookie.
I've made them smaller than I normally do, so I think...
Did you stream it this time, or?
No, I made cookies yesterday for dessert, but I had too much cookie dough, but not enough time to make them, so it's just leftover dough.
No.
Nom nom nom.
All right. We'll let David log in whenever he's ready. Who would like to fill Marilla in on what has happened and how many people have died?
No one died.
Who's dead?
No. The vampires.
Okay.
Yeah, we managed to win the fight. No one died apart from the vampires. Yeah, that's it. We still got Whilem. Is he still in the bottle, right?
Yep, he's still in the bottle, and the skeletons are currently fighting off the eagles and griffins that have turned up.
Oh, yeah.
They're all on outside.
Yes, but the eagles and griffins don't know that.
Maybe we should just tell William to let the skeletons go to rest.
Okay, yeah. And then, as you guys were departing and doing your level ups, etc., Durr put the idea forward that you just simply kill Whilem now that his usefulness has run out.
Oh, the trolley problem time then.
Mm-hmm. But before we get into that, A, to buy time for David to log in, and B, because some of you I can't actually access for some weird reason, do you want to discuss your level ups?
Ooh. I got a feat. Didn't choose to get the character's development. I did choose the Warcaster. So I can cast now in combats, and I'm cool. Cool also because I've got a motherfucking shield with me, which I think I'm gonna paint it, but it depends. We'll see how it goes first. But the shields is a lot cool. It does a lot of good things. And with Warcast, I think it goes very well.
Mm-hmm.
What about you guys?
Charlie, do you want to go first?
I went cleric and I got nothing.
Well, this is where you get to choose the church.
Level 7 cleric doesn't get anything, but I went level 7 cleric because level 8 cleric gets cool things.
Ooh, that's exciting.
So this is like, I got good HP. I rolled a 7.
And you also have a cleric spell slot that you can fill up as well.
Oh, do I? I haven't. I looked and was like, is there anything changed? And I was like, no, there's cookies to make. I can't lie. Oh yeah. Ooh, okay. Ooh, oh no. Oh no.
Choices.
Oh, what if I made fast friends so I can become friends with the vampires, guys?
That wouldn't be...
no, please.
Choices aren't a problem for you, are they, McKelly?
The what?
Choices aren't a problem for you, are they?
No, it's not. Love choosing.
And do you want to explain to everybody what your shield does that you've stolen from Captain America's corpse?
It wasn't stolen, okay? It was dropped, and I called shotgun. That's all. So it is an adamantine shield with +2. So I don't get. I'm immune to critical hits, and if the attacker misses my AC by 1 or 2 points, they need to roll dexterity saving throw with DC 15. On a fail save, they're gonna take damages and they're gonna get knocked back prone. No. Yeah, no, knocked back by 5 feet. And it is a bludgeoning damage. Got advantage. Disadvantage.
So them doing the saving throw will be disadvantage if they attack you with bludgeoning.
Yeah. And I can throw the shield, and it does 1d10 bludgeoning damage, which is really cool.
But if it misses,
That
it
is
bounces around
okay.
until it returns to your hand.
But does it actually return? Is it returning?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Beautiful.
sick.
And that's an action, right?
Yes, that's an attack
An
action.
attack action. Okay, fair.
Okay, so you went with Warcaster, you went with Cleric upgrade. Onyx, do you want to tell everybody what you did?
I gave myself the feat Fey Touched because I thought, that sounds fun.
Yes.
Supposedly it's
Misty
good. Let's try it out.
Steps.
Yep, I've got Misty Step, and I've improved my wisdom because apparently I'm a little bit smarter now. And I have Dissonant Whispers as the additional spell it gives me, so I'm very
Nice.
excited to try that out.
That
That's a
feat
good
is
one.
like one of my favorite things in the
Mhm.
whole of 5e.
Yup.
I have a character with it. A character who I have never played has it, and I love them.
The best character, obviously.
Obviously.
Right. Have you never played them because you're scared to kill them, or you just haven't got around to it?
So I created this character specifically for a certain DM. And they just haven't got round to making the game yet because they're not happy with their world building, so they're just like reworking on it. But I can't give this character to anyone else.
Are you contractually bound by that? So
I thought about it. I was like, I just don't think my friend is awful. It's Abby, Trin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I physically can't give them to anyone because I know that they're gonna just ruin me, and that's what I need them to do.
Now, do you want yours?
I also took the Warcaster thing,
Hey.
and I learned Burning Hand, so I can just burn things by touching it now.
Oh, God.
Oh.
And counterspell.
R.I.P. the
Oh, and
forest.
counterspell. Although I don't know how useful that will be at this moment.
And then Durr took the critical role feat Mystic Conflux, so he can attune up to 4 items and cast the Identify spell at will.
Ooh.
That's such a good feat.
And David so far did an ability score improvement, but in doing so he's unattuned from his belt of giant strength, which brings his strength down to what it was before. It was at 21, and then you put the points into his strength and dexterity. So I pointed out the contradiction there, and he said he'd think about it. So we'll wait until he actually turns up and see if he does think about it. Okay. So with all of those abilities in mind, but you guys now have a choice to make. The Eagles are still attacking the Skeletons, and the Skeletons are fighting back in that regard. Durr is throwing up votes to just simply kill Whilem. from what I remember, Kashan was saying he is on the side of letting Whilem live and escape because of honourable deals, but he's not going to stop anybody if they want to kill Whilem.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to kill William, honestly. Because after all, it did help us at the end of the day. Of course, he just want to get free from his vampire master. That's me. But what about you guys? What do you think?
Oh, no.
Okay, Charlotte, if you want to give your opinion.
You can go first.
I think Onyx may have run, so to avoid the decision. So yeah, if you want to take yours.
I'm personally against killing people if we don't have to. We're meant to be heroes, and if this person has helped us, they deserve to live. That being said, if they tried to hurt us again, we might not be so kind.
Totem?
I quite like my vampire in a jar. I kind of want to keep him around.
Will he be kept forever in a jar?
I suppose you could ask him in that regard, but So right now, you guys are all outside. Whilem is still in the jar in the haystack, and Dawn is still in effect. So if you decide that you want to do something, now would effectively be the time to do it.
I also don't want that, like, if we kill William, the skeleton will just attack us as well. You know.
I get you.
Yeah. So if we want to end the skeleton thing, maybe we're just gonna talk him out of it, and then if you guys wanna kill him, we can kill him. I don't mind. But if we wanted to leave him, we can let him live. I don't mind. Plus, we can ask direction of where the residence of Aiden is.
That's a smart idea.
Because I bet there's some loot over there that is waiting for us.
And how much you want to bet there might be some other sneaky vampires hiding somewhere that we haven't met yet?
But if we just freed them from Aiden.
Yeah, so now they're running around with nobody controlling them. Some that might be a good thing, some that might not be a good thing.
Well, I guess there's just one way to find out.
We have one sort of as a morally grey area sort of ally. So we can technically go to him if we have like more favors to ask, and I'm sure we can figure out some agreement or something. I'm not saying we should make deals with vampires as a norm, but since we're in vampire land and there might be many more vampires going AWOL, I'm just saying having one nearby or having some help or tips even might be kind of useful. And
like
also honourable, don't want to kill him.
Like an ally in if we need an ally, we got vampire on our side, kind of thing.
Exactly, like sure he'll want something in return, but I'm sure we can figure out something, right?
Like your idea.
And he doesn't want to necessarily fuck around with us if he's just sort of witnessed that we, killed his master, so.
Okay, so in that regard, Dawn is now running out, so pretty much Totem gets the final vote in that regard.
Well, I personally don't think we should kill him. I still think we should question him.
Okay.
It sounds really horrible. We know plenty of spells, and we have the jar, so he can't exactly escape. So I'm pretty sure we can just put the jar and burn it if we decide we don't like what we're hearing.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, but do you? So Whilem is in the haystack. But what do you guys want to do with him?
I guess we tell the griffins to stop attacking everybody.
Yeah, that's. And we even like asked who the hell they are or anything? Because as far as we know, we just had some helpful griffins and eagles.
But you do know that there are people on said griffins, and but there are people riding on the eagles and griffins. So but you do have somebody to sort of negotiate with. Who would like to try and convince them?
Well, they're elves, so I think the Raider should do it.
I mean,
Vote for an elf.
Mommy, come on.
I can do the persuasion
You
check.
wanna go get it
There's a
yourself?
+9 on the
Go
table.
get it then. It's in the fridge.
Come on.
You know where the fridge is.
Sorry, I've got baby arguing about what's in the fridge and what's not.
No, she's arguing about the fact the fridge exists.
Very
Okay, right. So who's doing the persuasion check?
Morella.
I can help if anyone wants advantage.
I'll take it.
Okay, so persuasion with advantage, please.
Persuasion of advantage.
Is it too late to add guidance?
No, you can add guidance if you want.
Guidance.
Okay. Funks.
Who's it there?
26
Where?
in total.
Do you want a blanket?
Yeah.
Okay, so you run into the open, waving Captain America's shield around. Basically trying to get hold of the Griffin Rider's attention, because you get the feeling that because there's two people on this Griffin, they might have some level of seniority. And there's one who's at the... Basically, there's one at the front and one at the back, and they're facing in two different directions.
Yeah.
And the one at the front notices you, and then apparently says something to the Griffin, which then causes the Griffin to rise up. And she then shouts something in Elvish, which then causes the eagles also to pull back. And
What did they say in Elvish?
Morella.
They know my
say?
name.
But you basically just hear them just saying reform in the various dialects of Elvish that you hear. So you're basically hearing, first off it's High Elf, but the High Elf variant, and then secondly a Wood Elf variant, which Onyx and Dur basically can tell has an element of Sylvan to it.
Fun.
I have been claimed. I escaped one.
And with that, the dawn just breaks down. The skeletons don't carry on shooting, but they just carry on fighting, but they just simply stop, and then all of them are just sort of like looking into the center now. So the ones that are on the ground, the ones on the walls, all of the ones that are on the buildings, they're all just looking inwards.
Can we go and get Wilhelm and just say, can you stop the skeletons? Put the skeletons to sleep, please.
Okay, so Whilem put the bottle is still in the hay, but Whilem just reappears out of the hay in a mist, just simply steps out. Well, that went rather well, didn't it?
How did you get out of the jar?
I could always get out of the jar.
I'm gonna just do the jar from his head.
Bitch.
See him back in the jar.
Okay, in this regard, the air elemental and Queen Francesca also vanish, and Kashan comes back to his normal size. Okay, so the Griffin lands with a really deafening dong, sending dust up everywhere, and then very gracefully lowers one of its wings, and the elf who's up front effectively surfs down it.
Go off. Andra.
Ooh.
And she walks right past Kashan, completely ignoring him, comes up to here, and then shouts out to you, Onyx, Gwyn Blythe, Toria Sut.
That fucking Welsh.
I know Elvish apparently, and so do I understand what the hell she's saying?
Okay, so first off, do you speak Elvish?
Yes, apparently.
Okay, so you recognise Gwyn Blythe is effectively a feminine greeting to somebody that you know the rank of, if that makes sense. So like, you wouldn't just simply say Gwyn Blythe, it would always be Gwyn Blythe followed by something else. So it's like a more literal translation would be hello there, female person that I know.
Oh,
Wow. Oh, wait, hang on. No,
What?
wait. Greenleaf? Is that what it is? Hang on. I need to actually like look at my shit.
And then
Who am I?
And then Toria Set, you recognise, and you haven't heard this in a while, aside from when Scott teased you with it. Toria Set is your rank when you're with the Greenleaf Watchers.
Oh my god. Well, I'll do the greeting back. I don't know the rank though necessarily, or do I actually recognize this person?
You do effectively you would recognise her insignias as somebody who's effectively got the rank of colonel to your sergeant.
Ah. Okay, I will give obviously the proper rank greeting back.
Yeah, and then she just immediately ducks back into common, and he said, "It is well met that we found you here, but I wish we were under more pleasant
Different circumstances?
audiences. I was more referring to more pleasant audiences. Why have you ordered us to not attack the undead?"
Oh boy.
well, first of all, this is nothing that regards you, but who are you just flying here in a land of undead people? I think
My
we
face
deserve
palm.
questions.
I facepalmed so hard.
I think that would be obvious. We are the people who saved you. We are the Greenleaf Watchers out of Gladon.
Saved? We never asked never asked to get saved, especially by you.
Well, if that's your attitude, we'll just simply jump back on our flying steeds and leave.
No, please. Oh my god, please forgive our friend here.
Can I get a persuasion check, please?
Oh, God, me and my charisma. Oh, for God's sake.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, it's okay. Hang on. Where's my dice? It would be useful if I could. It was a persuasion.
Yep.
Ah,
Marilla
fuck.
gives you guidance.
You don't have
Guidance.
to. Thank you.
No. Guidance.
That's
Guidance
D4,
on
right?
everyone. Yeah, D4.
How's a 13?
Okay, she's not overly convinced. You've convinced her to simply stop conversing with Barracas in this regard and reaffirm her attentions on you.
Room.
It's been an eventful day, if you couldn't tell. So everything's a bit up in the air right now. Obviously, I am immensely grateful for you coming in to save us. So without you, it would have been a little more devastating, to say the least. And I'm also actually going to hop off this roof that I'm on, just to be polite.
I am a sword adventurer.
Thank you, Jerry.
We are also happy to see you, adventurer.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord.
At which point, the stable door bursts open and
Okay.
Whilem steps out.
Ah.
Why hello
no.
there, everybody.
This might be a bad time to be trying to make friends.
So the Colonel, she hasn't introduced herself.
I shout, oh, look, another vampire!
Oh.
So she basically jumps back, ready, and in one fluid motion just draws her bow, arrow equipped, at full draw, ready to shoot. But the one thing you notice is that she doesn't shoot immediately.
Yeah, she's holding.
That's great. Please don't shoot as of right now. Please. We need 5 minutes without, nearly dying, at least.
That would be fine, but I'm sure you agree circumstances do warrant some explanation.
It may sound a little sketchy and bad, and it probably is, but if it weren't for him, we probably wouldn't be alive. No, we wouldn't be alive. Most definitely.
Yes, his victory is entirely because of me.
Okay, that's a bit far, but the undead around us currently is half of...
They are mine. All mine.
Okay, precious golem going on over there.
Mine.
Yes, they're his half of, well, yeah, a battle war that happened. You caught the tail end of it, luckily.
And now that the battle is done, I will quite happily take my leave.
No.
No, you say? This should be interesting.
Doldrum's got some question to ask you.
Doldrum?
Yep. No. Yeah. Send them away.
Together, he wants to...
I will Whilem to send them. The skeletons need to go to sleep now.
Oh no, not yet. Allow me to leave, and once sufficient distance has been put between me and this location, all of the skeletons here will quite happily collapse on their own. I'm not leaving...
I could just burn you.
You could. And he reaches behind him and grasps the hilt of his sword. That would be a very interesting occurrence. At which point, all of the skeletons that are on the ground, but they all just turn face and ready themselves.
Oh, can we not have another war, please? I don't think any of us...
He won't let me put it back in the jar. He won't turn the skeletons off. And he won't behave. Why am I
He's
doing
not
this?
a pet, he's a full-grown vampire.
He is the vampire in the jar, and he should live in his jar.
We can get a different vampire in a jar, I'm sure.
But I liked him in the jar. He was nice. He was a glowy nightlight. Do you know that thing with the kid in the cartoon? The kid sits in the corner and just taps their fingers together.
Mm.
Torden's doing. Torden's on the floor, tapping fingers together. Giving the vampire puppy dog eyes.
Oh no.
Okay. Alright, so Torden will attempt the persuasion check against...
Oh no.
If this works, you'll love me though.
No, it's only
yes.
6, unfortunately.
No. Next time.
Big sad, big sad.
So what is it to be then? Life, death, or undeath?
I choose life personally.
I think we all do, but I think we like to ensure some circumstances before you leave.
Well, such as?
Well, firstly, we know where you um
We know where you
we know
live.
where you live. We can hunt you down and kill you again.
Oh, well, that's of
If
no
you
doubt.
well, come on, we know that. Let's not lie.
Yes, and second point.
Yeah. Second point.
Do you?
I'm looking the others. Second point.
Basically, second point. We let you go and you don't kill us. Was that the second point?
It's like out of character. The whole half of this place is like dead / dying, like plants and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm assuming because of vampire dude. Not the alive one currently. Well, undead one with us, but the one that we killed.
Give me a nature check, please. Nature or survival, whichever is stronger for you.
Nature or survival? Somehow I survive better than I do understand nature, so we'll go with that.
That is shocking.
Survival's more important to me. That is 21.
Okay, so you know enough about vampires with your studies with the alphas and all that but vampires do have an effect on the lands around them, and that basically turns the area into the wasteland that you've seen. There is also like an active role they do to deliberately do this, because raising of the dead is basically a perversion of nature, which has this this effect. With the vampires dead / gone, but there will be an element of restoration, which can then be helped with clerical powers. But it's not necessarily by the fact that he's here that the area is like this. It's by the fact that vampires have been here for a while and done vampiric stuff. If he was to then leave, go somewhere else, and not effectively raise an undead army again, then wherever he ends up should also be fine as well. But there's a lot of presumptions that he won't raise an undead army, which is something he can clearly do.
Yeah, this is what I want to at least try and get a step towards, a healthier world for this place.
But just either by killing him or letting him go, he will. The area will return at some level.
Okay. Well, it's gonna sound stupid, but do we want to ask about like his plans now that he's kind of free?
Oh, that's a smart idea.
Alright, yeah. So, what are your plans with your newfound freedom?
Or simply be free. I might go off somewhere and spread a little debauchery and fun, and maybe take advantage of the fact that Radovid is no longer present and visit his realm.
Random question. He didn't have any psychos that might be running loose other than yourself.
No, I am the last one. Thank you for that.
Does that make you the king vampire?
In a
Don't
sense.
give him ideas.
In a sense.
Hey, we kept a king in a jar. We'll just put it back in the jar if he doesn't behave. And I'll stick him with this, and I'm going to point. I'm going to put out the little jar of a werewolf in my pocket.
Okay, so he does clearly tense up whenever he sees this, but other than that, he doesn't necessarily, he doesn't actively recoil like he did whenever he was in mist form. So, last chance. Are you letting me go, or are we declining?
I'm all for letting him go so long as we know that he's not going to get to major shenanigans anytime soon. And if he does, then we'll just hunt him down and, do this 2.0.
I'm down for that plan.
Fine.
I turn my back and just like with the back of my hand, just give it a gesture of go, ready to go.
A wise choice. Farewell and adieu, and I say this sincerely from the bottom of my undead heart. I hope I never see any of you again, and if I do, I will savour the taste of your memories here. Farewell. At which point he disappears into mist. This is your last chance to do something if you want to.
No.
Something did. Jesus
Um,
Christ.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him be.
Okay, so with that, he turns into mist, and that mist then flies north. And for a very long time, for like a good sort of 5-10 minutes, nothing really happens with the skeletons. And then all of a sudden, the ones that are basically on this line all start collapsing. And then that goes up this line here until it gets to this level here. And Boney Bob just walks over to you, Onyx. And basically just puts on a plaque simply saying, I will see you again, adventurer.
I'll see you again soon, I hope, Only Bob.
At which point, he too, along with all the old skeletons there, collapses into a pile of bones.
It's enough to make a grown man cry. Stiffle.
Okay, and with that, all of the skeletons have now collapsed into a giant pile. So,
Probably gonna have to clean that up.
so the Colonel relaxes her bow and basically says, are you sure that was a wise idea?
One way to find out. If he gives problems, you'll find him.
Yeah, I mean, if you think also that it wasn't a wise idea, why didn't you not just speak up?
Also true.
At which point, there's a rumbling noise as Cheknovsky frees himself from the earth.
Yeah! The boy!
As he just sort of like rumbles over to you. What happened?
You fell asleep.
We won!
He did really good!
Yeah, you won!
Well,
You
I
killed
won.
everybody.
Of course I won. Yeah, I'm awesome. What did I win again?
To go back to your stag do and say you won the glory of winning the battle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I had no doubt.
Can we give him a head pat?
Okay, so with that, he just he accepts the head pat and then just sort of like stomps away. And so where am I? How do I get out of here before he disappears out of sight?
I don't know!
Him!
Can I have as a summon?
Oh my god.
So
So that's something off my bucket list.
So the Colonel just like turns to you and says in Elvish, "Is this normal for you?"
Dire situations means you need, extreme help, sort of thing. And whenever you can get any help, it's better than no help. You know?
Well, your tactics are somewhat unorthodox, but thankfully it is not for me to judge. Come, I will take you to the One.
Where?
The One. At which point all of the elves on the eagles just all echo, the One.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I'm hearing all of this going, I swear elves aren't normally this terrifying.
Are they
No,
doing this
Marilla.
just to upset us, or are these ones just slightly freaky?
Okay, so but despite her saying this, the eagles are sort of like taking time to put all of the riders dismount, and they are pretending to like the wounds of the eagles to the griffin and various other things, which gives you time to loot if you want.
Loot?
Loot
Oh, yeah. Please, let's go. Let's raid.
Yeah, I want to go raid on.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we did...
There's vampire ash lying around her.
Joking.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
We did ask for a list of
Yes.
loot of the area that we
Okay, so I'll just simply say you you take 20 for this and eventually find everything. So Aiden has another blood sword, but his vampire plate +3.
We're not taking.
Ooh.
But the one thing that you do notice, in
No, that's not fair.
in his body, first off, he's headless and the head has burst into ash, but in his rapidly decomposing body, you can see that his heart is still intact.
Ooh.
Oh.
The heart.
Yes.
I think we should keep
I
it.
Tab
don't
it.
think he's actually dead. By
Tab it.
interpretation.
Okay, so Cathay again has radiant resistance plate armor, and then 2 great swords +2. Radovid has a book that but it kind of looks like the what's the monster book in Harry Potter? It kind of looks like that. So it's held together with human hair and flayed skin,
Yeah.
and the staff that he was using for his magic. Vlad, he is bursted. His body is in ash, but his pirate uniform is still there. He's got two. He's got 2 +2 great swords, and his hat is still there. You've obviously got the Star Spangled Shield, and then there's the possibility to harvest things from the giant bats if you want to.
I want potiony ingredients, please.
Okay. So who wants what?
I'm reading about the vampire armor. But it's an heavy armor, so I can take it. So I can take shit. You know what? I took the shield. I'm good. I'm happy.
Okay, so in that case, Tordum for but assuming that nobody stops her, will basically take everything that Whilem had. Sorry, that Radovid had.
Yeah.
Okay.
The book and the stuff, right?
Yep.
What was the armor? +3.
So there's Aiden's +3 plate armor, or there's Cathay's radiant resistance plate.
Do I want to get rid of my nice armor though?
Well, Aiden armor, it's got advantage on perception. Can I say it? I mean, is that okay if I say that out loud?
Yeah, sure. You do already have a copy, an item of this, and Kashan is currently wearing it.
Oh. So yeah, it gives you perception and nature advantage to locate a living creature, resistant to necrotic damage, but you can't touch running water.
So what are you? Oh, it's not vampire armor. It is actually plate +3 armor.
Oh,
I have puzzles.
Joe, plate plus 3 armor.
Thank you.
Joe, it's a 21 in CA. Are you sure you don't want to take it?
Yes, so Aiden's armor gives you 21 AC, as McKay said.
Oh, that's an upgrade.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. I mean, if no one else can have it, I don't mind having a little nab.
It is just you and Kashan using heavy hammers, so... Oh yes.
Okay, so Kashan then says, "I shall take the great swords and put them in my beard, adventurer."
Okay, adventurer.
Oh no.
So great sword +2. So there's 4. No wait. 1, 2. Yeah, so he's got 4 +2 great swords and puts those into his beard. And he then also lays claim to Aiden's blood sword.
Nice.
So that leaves the radiant resistance plate armor, and then the fleet captain's hat, and the pirate uniform.
I mean, can I shimmy up to the pirate uniform to complete the look?
Okay. So the pirate uniform is just simply an outfit. It doesn't really seem to have any armor value. But the fleet captain's hat, if you want to add that to your inventory.
Oh, how do I? There it is. Yes, the what? Sorry.
Fleet captain's hat.
Fleet.
So at least I think that's what I called it. Bear with me.
There's a fleet master's
Yeah, fleet
hat?
master. Yeah, fleet master's hat.
Oh. Oh.
Okay. I had some trouble putting this together, but it should give you a +2 to your dexterity and to your charisma.
Yo!
Oh my god, I need it indefinitely, if that's okay.
But
Wait, is the +2 adding? Is it will it reach maximum 20?
No, not yet. I need another good level.
No. That's a question to the dungeon master.
if you're asking will it max out at 20, the answer's no. But I mean, it shouldn't. D&D Beyond might argue with this. I've been having some trouble with these items, but Onyx is currently wearing the captain's hat, which gives her a +2 to charisma. So if she replaces it with the fleet master's hat, there's now a hat that's now freed.
Yeah, would anyone like Captain's Hat of Command?
Well, will that charisma? I've got already 20. Will that go on 22?
It should do, yes.
Fuck yeah!
Rules-wise, yes. If D&D Beyond will let you do it, then... but that's another matter, in which case I'll just manually upgrade it.
Please.
Of course, have the Captain's Hat of Command.
Now we're both captain.
No, she's a fleet master now.
Well, it is fine. I like to be underneath anyway.
Wait. Wait a minute, I didn't realize we're signing up for this. Hold on a minute.
Don't worry, darling, I've got the contract right here.
No!
Where do I sign?
Oh, God.
Okay, so Tordum is then going to go around all of the various bat corpses and take what she can from all of these. So let's get some nature rolls from you. That's 12, 19, and... Okay, so you get everything from the Vargheists. So that's giant bat, hide, ×5. Giant bat wing, ×4. You go up to the Varghulfs and do the same. If anyone wants to help her as well.
Yeah, I'll help out.
Okay, so the wings on the Varghulfs are particularly buggered up, so you're only able to really hack into the hide. So yeah, if you want to, are you actually doing nature checks with her, or are you just doing the help action?
Helping, essentially, because unless it's better for me to do nature stuff, basically, I want to give as much help and be the most useful.
Well, Torben gets a +5 to nature.
I am the exact same, so I will just help.
Alright. So that's 15 first, and then a 24 on the other one. So,
Woo!
Okay, so with that, she gets a big chunk, or 3 separate chunks of necrotic flesh. Times 3. And she's then able to pull apart some shadow dragon scales.
Oh god.
Ooh.
that is. And is able to effectively salvage one of the dragon wings. Unfortunately, this wing is the size of most of you put together, so organising that is going to be a bit difficult.
Can we slice and dice it into pieces?
Can if you want. It depends on if you want the wing whole or in pieces.
I'm quite happy with it being in pieces. I'm assuming it would end up being burnt and ground into powder of some form with any use.
Okay, so Kashan will come over and lend an axe. And so you now have pieces of a Shadow Dragon wing.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there anything else that anyone would like to do?
I might steal just the captain's the outfit just for if an occasion arises where I need to pretend captain, you know?
Sure. Okay.
I want to look fabulous on some occasions, okay?
Alright.
I'll
Be
do a
careful what
captain
you wish
salute.
for. Frank might give you the dress back.
Wait a minute.
This is like a really resounding silence that just permeates the entire. Okay, so with that, conveniently timing, the colonel basically jumps back onto the griffin, and simply gives instructions to everybody else, and the eagles then all start flapping and taking flight, and she then shouts to you, Onyx, everyone move out into the open and we'll pick you up.
Sweet.
Wait,
I'll
wait.
tell the others that don't necessarily know Elvish that, and then head on over to an open space.
Being picked up by a giant bird.
Yes.
Okay, so Tordam and Durr are grabbed by one particular eagle, just picking up the smallest of the group.
No, 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 no,
Okay.
no.
One eagle will take Kashan, another eagle will take Barakas, another eagle will take Morela, and then the griffin, just nonchalantly just grabbing you with one hand, will grab Onyx. But oh, lovely cookies. But is everybody okay with that, or do they want to resist?
Please don't resist. Especially when you're in the sky.
My arms are like. What's the word? I'm T-posing ready, essentially. Take me away. I say in Elvish, take me away, boy!
Well, I've not really resisted by. I'm sort of making quite a fuss.
Okay, and you just hear the eagle just screech in annoyance at you as you start squirming.
No.
Okay, so the eagle's not necessarily asking you where you want to go, and just simply take you on the road that you were originally going on, just following the main road, as it were. And below you, you just see empty, blackened wasteland. Now, there's dust everywhere, and you can see that there's quite a strong breeze, and that is blowing just dust everywhere. So, though in certain spots, and can I get perception from all of you, please?
Yes.
Do I see? There it is.
Oh, that's
90 plus
dice.
1. Oh, dirty 20.
Okay, so Barakas, you can see, and it's in quite deep contrast, given that it's just like black, greys, and purples. You can see the occasional spot of green, just in random places, really, really small, but you can definitely see it.
Oh, how many days have you been in this wasteland?
So what was that?
How many days have you been in the wasteland?
I think 4 or 5. I think.
Yeah. maybe I'm hallucinating, but I can see some grains far away.
Quick recovery, considering, but that's great if it's already going back.
I will emphasize these are spots.
Hey,
It's not.
better than not.
It's not like really massive like forests are suddenly coming back to the land. It's very much just like you can just about see like maybe a meter of greenery poking through the blackened wilderness. Okay, so once you sort of clear the mountains, you start going in a direct line. You get to here, and you see quite an interesting sight. But the sun, suddenly you can see the sun, just like you can just see where the dark clouds end, and then beyond that, you can see just like the vibrant greenness of the Elven lands. But however, the green is sort of hazy, and it takes you a moment to realise that you're actually looking at some sort of distortion field. The entire sky, your entire view from floor to sky is interrupted by this yellow haze.
Huh.
And as you sort of take that into consideration, you notice that the eagles and the griffins start to descend slightly.
Ooh.
And as you come to ground level, but you make out what looks to be a very hastily made and rather hodgepodge attempt at making a barricade.
What?
So there's a trench that's been dug with a wooden palisade behind it. You can see numbers of soldiers, but the main thing that you're seeing is that for like miles in both directions, like north to south, you can see that there are people standing on plinths with their arms all held up with staffs in their hand, and they seem to be feeding this yellow field, which is separating the green land from the wasteland.
Hmm.
Oh.
So the eagles also descend downwards and gently deposit you guys on the floor, and then basically do a lap, and they themselves land. Yeah, the riders still remain on the eagles, and they basically just put bird strut over to the field. So, as I said, this thing has a very yellowish tinge to it, but it is putting everything at a sort of tilt as well as you look through it. So the colonel does salute with this, and the soldiers who are standing in the only opening of this palisade give various commands, none of which you can hear on their side of the border, and these two druids on the plinth, they relax themselves slightly, and the field that is basically here breaks apart for a moment, and all of the eagles and griffins head on through.
Huh.
So the captain gets to so the colonel gets to about here, and then just turns and looks expectantly at you.
Simple nod to them. For it was
Are you going to walk through? Are you going to stay in the vampiric wasteland forever?
Like the aesthetic of greys and death, but also
I'm on my
like,
way.
Yeah.
Wait, oh god. I run!
Yeah, I'm following everyone else.
You can't
Although I was
stop
slightly,
me!
like, traumatized from being carried by a giant bird.
Oh god.
I'm free, I'm free, I'm free!
And we never saw Marilla again.
Some say, oh god. Ignore me.
Some say.
Some say.
Okay, so you pass over the threshold, and it's quite an unusual feeling. I don't know if any of you have been to Asia or something. When you step off a plane, I mean, you're in the air-conditioned coolness, and then you just suddenly step into like
Oh,
humid,
God.
warmth and humidity, and it just hits
Man,
you.
that's like every time I go back to Italy.
Yeah.
So good. I love that
So-
feeling so much with my entire heart.
Yeah, and it's basically it's that as soon as you do this, and you're just suddenly greeted with the sounds of birds tweeting, wind gently blowing, the scent of flowers.
Too green!
It's too green. I want to go back. But you can see that the eagles and the griffins very much appreciate this as they sort of like shake themselves and put like rustling their wings and things like that. And you can hear sighs of relief from all of the elven eagle riders. And so, the colonel then turns to you, Onyx, and he said, "But we can take you to Gladon, by way of the wind, or you can make your own way there. But it is important that you see the one." And everyone just goes, "The one," including all of the soldiers.
Oh no, not them too! Ah! Well, it depends on everyone else. I'm gonna like look to everyone else and be like, do we want to get to Gladon fast, or do we want to like just take our time getting there?
The
Can
colonel then does say there are places that you can stay and rest as well, adventurer.
I would
Um,
like to raise my hand.
Yeah, I am actually very tired to walk, and I would love to get carried away on the top of an eagle and just fly. Feet up.
Also, yeah. Hi, I say this in Elvish. Who is the one? The one. And then as I say it,
The one.
I echo my voice like, the one, the one, one.
And Dur just goes, "The one."
No.
Okay. The one is the one.
Okay.
And so,
Have I ever heard of the one?
okay, so I will allow you a history check, and Onyx, I'll also allow you a history check.
Thank you. I'm desperate to know.
Sorry, I'm just getting the right dice out because I somehow filled the wrong die into my dice tray like a fool. Oh, yes. A history.
Yep.
24.
Oh damn.
I
I
know,
got
thank you.
30-20.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so Marilla, you've never
Yes.
heard of somebody called the One,
Damn it.
but your knowledge of stuff is fairly limited outside of the temple. However,
Wow.
you are sort of like just looking around everybody, and these people aren't say repeating the One out of a sense of like cult-like following. They are saying this with a sort of like genuine reverence. Yeah,
Okay.
and then Onyx, you also have never heard of somebody called the One. However, you are aware that basically the highest rank of the Greenleafs, which is effectively the Way Marshal, they don't use their actual names. They call themselves the, and then a title.
Okay, so they selectively call themselves the One. Okay.
Well, but you gather that this particular person is calling themselves the One. But for example, your marshal, whenever you were with the Greenleafs, was literally just called the Marshal.
Okay.
So it can be also a person, not a place. Right?
Yes.
Okay. But I don't know that. Okay. Just a little insight.
I will remind you, adventurer, that metagaming is illegal in Municipalities.
Are we there yet?
Okay.
So what you're saying then is anywhere else in the wild, it's fine.
Yes, exactly. We follow traditional rules.
Whoa! Brady put the elves back on the shelf. Why don't you? That's not what I wanted to say, but that's how it came out.
Okay, so the general message that I got from that was that people want to fly.
Let the eagles take us.
So long as
The
it's not too much
model.
of a trouble for them, because they've already done a great deal for us, which I am forever grateful for.
Hardly, Toria said. We're on our way there anyway.
Nice.
Okay, so they basically do the exact same thing. They tell you to move out into the open area, and then
I'm going back to like my screaming position.
My arms are open wide, ready.
Why do you do this to me? I hate you all.
Take me home.
You just hear one of the eagles just go, "Country roads."
Knew it.
We sing in Elvish the whole way there.
Beautiful.
That'd be awesome, actually.
Right?
Okay, so you take flight again, and the first thing that you notice, there is an immense forest that sort of obstructs your view, and the eagles make a point of flying over that. And for the first time, you get a real appreciation of this sort of like southern half of Minas Epitas, and you can see that it is gorgeously lush. There's this river that seems to flow directly down the middle of it, and this area seems impossibly green. And so within that greenery, you can see that pretty much every square inch of the land that is this darker green has been divided up into farmlands and allotments and is being cultivated.
Nice.
Morena's crying the whole time.
Okay, and so it doesn't take you long, because the eagles are flying very quickly in the way that eagles do, and you eventually... Now, where did I put that map? Guys, I've lost the map. Here we are. And you were brought to the outskirts of the town of Gladon. The eagles deposit you and then do various labs, and the colonel basically says, take rest, you're welcome into the village. In the morning, come and see the one. We'll be at the temple. She gestures to this building.
Can I just go to Morena and pull my cloak?
Yep.
Who's the one?
So the one is this really cool person who I have never heard of.
Okay.
I have no
They
idea.
won't make
Not.
us fly around on birds again, will they?
I don't know. They could torture us to death. I mean, I doubt it, but like they could.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm gonna give you like a look of these are my people, bitch.
They could.
They're both your people. You're both here. Really?
Yeah, like the same way as if we go to my temple, they could kill us. They wouldn't. It's always an. I don't know, guys. The thing I've learned since starting my travel, and I think you guys would find this really like amazing, is that everybody wants to kill us. So I've just taken it like everyone just wants to kill us.
Especially me, adventurer.
Which one was that one?
You'll
Hey,
never
that's-
know, adventurer.
Terrifying.
Jerry to Orcushan. I'm scared of all three.
Okay, so as you start to follow this dirt road into the village, you can see... but can I get a perception check from you all?
Woo. Do I see that?
Natural 20.
Damn.
Another
I see
death to 20.
everything.
What's going on today with 19s, huh?
So
I got
27
dirty
for
20.
me.
Okay, so all of you got quite high. You can see that there's not necessarily like a force field or anything particularly barring your path, but you can see that there is something of a bubble around this area.
What kind of bubble?
Just like, it's more just like a very thin barrier that is just emanating this shine, if that makes sense. The sunlight is reflecting off of it.
Which building are you indicating to?
But this is around the whole town. You're now you're on the outskirts of the town. This bubble is going all the way around it.
What, like a dome?
Yeah, I suppose a dome, yes.
Yeah, I'll, if no one notices, I'll point her out to the other one.
Okay. You put your hand against it. You meet just like a little bit of resistance, and then your hand just passes through.
Is this anything I would be familiar with?
But Arcana for anyone who's interested.
Why not?
I can't arcane for shit, but I can.
Oh my
certainly
god,
try.
I'm doing so well. 16. My lowest roll of the session. No, it's a lie. My second lowest roll of the session.
Okay, so all of you get quite high on this, but you don't know the specific effects of this, but you get the feeling that basically this is a very large area of effect spell which is being held in place by the dome. So you basically step through, you will gain some sort of benefit.
Mm.
And as you're contemplating this, you see that there is a giant, effectively a giant owl, sitting on the wall, just watching you. And lets out various squawking noises, slaying out various squawking noises at you.
Oh, he's cute. Would I understand any of it?
Right now, you're just hearing squawking, like actual, like owl squawks.
Okay, fair.
Does anyone want to pass through the bubble?
Yes.
Yeah. If we're welcome, then absolutely. Unless Owlboy goes absolutely buckaroo, then we won't.
Okay, so you step through, and immediately, like, you don't feel anything in terms of like the environment changing, but immediately the squawking basically turns into a very deep Welsh accent.
Oh god.
No.
And he basically,
Oh no.
And he basically just simply says, "Come through, nothing to fear."
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's normal.
And you basically can put two and two together with your Arcana scores. You have basically stepped into a city-wide speak with animals spell.
Oh.
Oh.
I like this place. I'm staying here forever. I'm leaving. Sorry, guys. Found my home.
So the owl realizing that you can now understand him, he sort of gently plops down and struts over to you.
You're
And so
watching it. You've stolen my laptop. You've stolen some sweets. You've got some juice. You've stolen the blanket. What else can you steal?
okay, so basically comes over to you and is like, "Welcome to Gladon." Toria Set, I see that we have one of our own number here.
Yeah, used to be, I suppose, yes. It's nice to see, familiar in a friendly sense faces, you know?
Indeed. You must have had a terrible journey coming here. But please, enter the village. We have, there's inns, churches, blacksmiths, and shops for resupply. But we may not have much in terms of monetary value, but do not fear, you are safe here. Here we have the high ground, and nothing can defeat the high ground.
Why am I hearing the distant call of "It's over, Anakin"?
I have brought freedom, peace, and justice to my new empire. Your new empire If you're not
Marilla?
with me, then you're against me.
Are you feeling
Only a
lower, Marilla?
sip with absolute.
Your elf
Don't
friend
make
seems
me
to be having a
kill
moment
you.
of crisis. Toria said.
Yeah.
Maybe she's having a
Marilla shakes out of their.
maybe
their
she's having a
dream.
stroke.
Guys, been a while since I've been on Homeland.
What are you talking about? This is the hat. It's got its own possession moment.
Now, speaking of the hat, did the hat work?
What?
That's to Onyx. Did you get a boost to your dexterity and charisma?
Yes, I did. Charisma is kind of the same as it was.
Yeah, because it was giving you the normal hat was giving you +2 to the charisma, so that wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my dex is looking very healthy now, thank you very much.
And how about you, Barakas? Did you get your bonus?
No, I didn't succeed.
Okay. Well, while you guys decide what you want to do, I will quickly sort out Barakas's stuff.
I want to go to a temple.
Okay.
I want a bed, a shower, and a nice fucking breakfast. Right on this instance.
Okay, if you want to refresh your page, Barakas.
Refresh
Will
my
I give
page.
him a nice refreshing shower and breakfast?
Well, I'll say for the purposes of this, just for the sake of brevity, you can go into the town. You go into your various areas. So this is the inn. This is the church, and this is sort of like the blacksmithing
What
area.
is
if
the
you need to-
furthest point away from the birds?
There are birds absolutely everywhere.
I'm hiding in the inn.
Yeah, I'll drag Kashan with me to the inn as well.
I shall accompany you, adventurer.
No,
I
I'm
guess
not coming
they're
with
different.
you.
So, do we want to just simply montage through this in the form of a long rest, or do you guys actually want to do stuff?
Long rest is fine for me.
No, guys, it's
Yeah.
fine for me. I just want to go to the temple
Obviously.
to pray for like a little bit, then come back and shower.
Yeah, sure.
Do us a favour, if you get attacked, yeah,
I won't let
don't
you
come
know.
calling for me.
Someone punches me and I'm like, help! And no one arrives.
Okay, so if you guys all want to apply your long rests,
No worries.
Beautiful.
Oh my god, this is gonna be so nice. Oh wow, I'm healthy again.
Damn.
Holy well. I have so many prepared spells. This is gonna take me a minute.
okay, so you realise that when you had arrived here, it was actually early morning. And so you very much sort of like arrived with the dawn, if that makes sense. So you long rest and just in general, just like bathing, getting your bearings together, praying, drinking, eating, all the various stuff. And then night comes and you're effectively allowed to just simply do that again. And because of everything that you've like gone through, like this is very welcome. But over the course of the day progressing into evening and then evening to night, you notice that a number of people have noticed you, and during your stay at the inn, people come over to you and they see just random peasant people, farmers, the occasional elven warrior. You also notice that there seem to be multiple different forces of elven military here. So, but you've got the more sort of like wood elfy people that you're normally associated with, but then you've got a very samurai-looking style of warriors who were at the gates. And then you've got people who are very druidic in appearance, whether they're warriors or anything else. And then you also notice that there are a number of Arakochners here who are very lightly armoured, but for some reason all of them have nets.
What is this thing about birds. Tournament is just running around the city saying this everywhere we go. It's like all you can hear is Tournament moaning about birds problem.
Okay. But all of them basically come over to you and they want to hear your story.
If it's a bird, it can shove off.
So the question is, do you guys want to tell them your story?
Well, I just gonna invent some very spectacular stories, like things that I will say for kids to get impressed, stuff like that.
I
Most
don't
of
think we
them
should tell
are
them that we let a
invented,
vampire escape.
highly untrue, just to pump up my Barakas ego. So,
No lord. Before we do any storytelling,
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing we should probably, leave out the whole. We made a deal with a vampire
No,
to
that's
kill
right.
a different
Yeah.
vampire.
Right?
Oh yeah, my
Ignore the fact that
storytelling
we-
was going to be how I met you guys and the time a Loch Ness monster almost was it? No,
A kraken.
no, it wasn't a Loch Ness monster. Who almost killed me?
Kraken.
It was that. Yeah, a kraken almost killed me and then healed me, and how they're our adopted pet.
They only wanted a hug.
Aww.
Okay, so yeah, you basically tell you effectively, and through all the different sort of versions of stories that you tell, you end up effectively just telling the entire story of this campaign up to this point.
Minus the deal with the vampire.
Yeah, but Kashan, having a gladiator background, will sort of like add his fluteness to this, and we'll do a performance check, which he got quite high on, so he engages with quite a lot of immersion in regards to this. And between all of the people who are just simply buying you things, or just simply giving you money to out of thanks, you put together about 50 gold.
Oh my
Holy
god.
oh boy, thanks.
I shouldn't do that. No, I feel awful now.
We could donate it to charity.
Or we can just buy the 19.
Or we could spend it in the economy and put it back into the economy, and we still come away with goods, and we just reimburse the money back into the economy to rebuild the society that is crumbling from vampire spawn.
You're so right.
We could also do that, but what about also giving it to charity for people who have lost their homes during the war and had to flee?
That's what I'm meaning. We could reimburse it in the society, i.e., we could buy building materials and then give them the building materials to help them build their homes.
Okay, no, I like that idea. That's smart.
So technically, somebody gets paid, and then somebody gets the wood to buy their homes. They're double charitied.
Totem, you're a good person.
Thank you. Please don't make me ride a bird again.
I can't promise if a bird will come close to you again.
At which point, Nara Cockner just like goes, ah! They're behind you.
I'm being on a roller.
I left. Okay, so put.
I'm gonna give the arrow cockle a twig and go build your own nest.
Okay, so put. That's basically how you spend the night, effectively, plus resting again. Is there anything else you want to do during the night?
I would like to send. No, wait. I'll wait until the morning to send a message because I haven't long rested.
Okay.
Never mind. When in the morning after the long rest, I'd like to send a message.
Okay, and one other thing, Natalie, you have, but you now have the Staff of Withering,
Okay,
and you have this spellbook that you've taken from Bradford.
cool. Thank you.
Okay, so so you wake up the next morning relatively late, but the innkeeper is quite happy to allow you. He seems to whether out of respect or just out of a sense of business, he has effectively waived the limit on breakfast, so he gives you a nice breakfast for you. Is there anything particular that you want to eat?
Food.
homegrown elvish food, whatever I'm used to from the temple that they might have very similar to here.
Okay, so he gives you a breakfast of honey-soaked lembas cakes.
Oh, yes. I munch with delight
With the side
and pray,
Yes, with a side of bacon.
of course.
Okay, so
I give Marilla the lambast bread and I'll just eat her side bacon.
okay, so as you're eating this and just like enjoying a hearty breakfast, the inn door opens and it's got like one of those little bell things and like ding ding, and coming into the inn appears to be an adolescent owlbear.
Ah.
And the owlbear just wanders up to you and sits down and simply says, "The one would like to see you in the temple now." And he's got like the voice of effectively a 10-year-old.
Is it a actual owlbear or is this a person pretending to be an owlbear?
Oh no, I'm an owlbear. My mummy says if I want to get a position with the Greenleafs, I have to start early. So they're paying me to be a messenger.
You're doing such a good job.
Can I have some
I
bacon?
probably regret saying that, but I think I've missed Podwin.
Oh my
Oh.
god, same.
Oh.
So you phased out there for a second.
He misses Padwin.
Oh.
It's making him feel nostalgic for Padwin. As much as Marcus doesn't want to miss it, he misses Padwin. I'm just like scowling at this thing and like, can I pull its feathers and make sure it's not black and orange?
No, don't you dare.
Don't hurt him.
I'm not pulling his feathers, I'm just like moving them.
I think he is a real owlbear.
Okay, so Morelli, you wanted to send a sending message.
Yeah. I'd like to send one to my grandfather.
Okay, so do you also have the sending stone?
Somewhere.
Oh my god, we have a sending. Oh, yeah. I don't mind using a spell.
Oh no, sorry, Kashan has a speaking stone. Okay.
Maybe we should just ask Kashan for the speaking stone.
Well, the speaking stone goes
Scone, yeah, speaking scone.
yeah, that goes specifically back to the alphas. But he also has it in his beard. Oh no, in his backpack rather. So can I get perception check from anyone who is near Kashan? And Marilla, what message would you like to send?
Okay, I'd like to send one to my grandpa. What's the town of the name of the... Oh my god, I can't speak. What is the name of the town?
You're in Gladon.
Gladon, cool.
And he presumably is in Minnesepidus.
Yeah. I was just making sure I know where we are. Okay, I will go... Wait, it's 25 words, isn't it? Yeah, 25 words.
England
Okay.
be home soon.
Hello, grandfather. It's me, Marilla. I am not dead. Hooray. I am in Gladden. Safe and sound. Off to meet the one. Love you. Bye.
And you just simply get a response saying, "Who is this?" So you a moment or so passes, and then you get a response. "Granddaughter, I'm relieved to hear you're safe. Please make all haste to Minnesepidus. I look forward to seeing you."
That is more than 26 words.
Oh well. It's Rihanna Keys. You can get away with it.
It's an elvish words. Sometimes they like clip together, so you know it's fine.
Okay, so can I get perception checks from anyone who is near Kashan?
Oh, terrible. 10.
Well, you're distracted by your sending stone message to your.
Makes
grandfather,
sense.
So that's kind of a.
I got 25.
You sound so forlorn about getting 25.
Like, oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I only
yeah,
rolled a
25.
25.
Torton got
Right.
four.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Ah.
No, didn't mean to come off as that, but okay.
What a shame.
So you can hit. You sort of pick up that this has sort of like been happening since you sort of crossed the border, but you've been picking up this sort of like ringtone vibration coming from Kashan's backpack, but because he's an NPC, he hasn't really noticed.
Oh, we need to tell. It's the alphas. We need to talk to the alphas. Okay. Let's.
Bring, bring, bring,
Kashan,
bring.
we're grabbing the sending scone.
This is
Scone?
canon now. It's now a scone.
Is there jam or cream on it first?
Right. It is specifically a butter scone with clotted cream and raspberry jam on it.
Oh,
Damn.
don't make me regret the fact that I've got cookies right now.
And you're gonna have fresh berries too.
Yes, and fresh berries.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
And a steaming mug of like golden tea.
Oh, Matt, stop. You're making me regret I haven't made like a hot drink or anything.
You
So-
take a 5-minute tea break.
So
No, it's too late.
So Kashan picks out this scone from his bag and like blinks it, and you basically get a whole host of messages from
Up
this
the bloody
that-
stone. Where
that-
are you? What's
that-
going? Why
yeah,
are
that-
you there?
that are basically just playing over and over and like just in order. Like he basically press play and he can't unpress it, if that makes sense. And
Oh, God.
and it's basically just saying this is Scott. Haven't heard from you in a while. Please respond.
Oh
Then
no.
Guys, what's your status? Next message.
Oh
Next message. Guys, seriously, what's your status?
Oh shit.
no.
But was
Okay.
it like out of reach? Did you not have any reception
Yeah.
or something?
And so McKelly, what was that?
The sending stone didn't have any reception, so that's why we're receiving so many messages.
Yes, that's basically it. So you can give yourself an inspiration point for that. So
Oh, cool.
then you get more messages like Padwin, don't eat that. And then you get a message of one little Padwin stamping on the head.
Oh, I missed him.
And then you get another message. Daddy, look, I'm a house.
Ouch. Okay.
Then, guys, where are you? I'm worried.
Oh, bless. Scott worried. How wholesome.
And it basically just goes like repeats of this. Scott basically just constantly messaging you, and you sort of gather he's been messaging you effectively every sort of 4 to 5 hours.
Oh, bless. Okay, let's send a message back. Gather around, everyone. We're sending a group message.
Selfie.
Group selfie pic.
Hello, Shorty.
Oh, God. Is there a limit to how many words the stone sends, or is it like infinite kind
Well,
of?
this is
We are not dead. We are surrounded by birds.
well, this is specifically a speaking stone, so you're able to talk into it like it's a walkie-talkie.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
That's what sort of Shannon Stone.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I guess we say stuff like, "Hello, sorry for not being able to respond. We're alive. We're Gladden.
Onyx Mrs. Padwin.
We all miss Badwin." I'll mention that we're with the Greenleaf Watchers currently, and we're going to be seeing the One soon.
The one.
No, Marilla, please.
And then, so one of the messages that did sort of stand out was Scott has said, "We have found the fleet." Which would have been much more impactful if Kashan was here.
Oh. Kashan, what's the fleet? NPC Kashan, do you know?
It's his boat.
Oh no.
The fleet is where my ship is, adventurer.
Wait, didn't we get a bunch of ships from the dwarvy Viking guy?
Yes, but they were missing,
Yeah.
and they were
Fire
organising
breathing
search
them.
parties to go find them. So they've now found.
So there you
These
go, we've
ships.
been good enough. They found our fleet and they were bringing it to us.
Okay, so the owlbear sort of perks up now that you've effectively wrapped this up. You don't get any immediate response from the speaking stone, but you are satisfied that the message has been sent.
Thank God.
And so the owlbear sort of perks up at this point and then says, "Follow me, adventurers."
I'll follow. Yeah.
Is this? Are we about to? I say in. Just say quietly. Are we about to adopt another kid?
No, the one has this one. We can't have him.
Okay, so you exit the inn and go along the paths, and all of the people that you meet. I mean, this place isn't exactly what you would say vibrantly populated, but there's enough people here to fill up a town. Effectively, there's a good 1,000 people or so people here, and all of them are polite. All of them see you and bow and step out of your way, saying "Gwyn Blythe," Toria said, or "Gwyn Blythe, my friend," that sort of thing.
Ooh.
You know,
Oh,
So are we famous?
I've missed being calm. I told you being here was cool, guys.
and you notice that the women of your group are being are having Gwyn Blythe sent to them, and then the men are having Gwyn Blythe. Very much male or female sort of thing.
How fancy.
Okay, so the owlbear effectively leads you to this place, and it's a very it's a white stone temple that has basically stairs that go up into a very Greek-looking temple, I suppose. But if you think like columns at every point, there's a center point, and then like a courtyard that then goes around it.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
That's the church. Here we are. Right. Okay, and so here you can see all sorts of animals are here. Like there's griffins, there's hippogriffs, there's owlbears, just general normal bears, just like all sorts of animals are here. Again, all of them are being polite and talking to you but in this like elven fashion. So you climb these stairs, and there's a good sort of 4 or 5 stories to this, and it's just purely stairs. So it's go up a floor of stairs, put a platform, go up another flight of stairs, platform, and at all of these points are breaks in the walls where there are statues of dragons, griffins, hippogriffs, also pretty much every mythical creature you can think of, there's a statue of them here.
Oh wow.
And you can hear the
What
sounds.
about a leprechaun? You said every creature I could think of.
Okay, so purely because I said that, there isn't a statue of a leprechaun here, but this statue here is a leprechaun in the middle of topping his hat to you.
Yes.
And then as you sort of like crest the final level of the stairs, you are brought to this like wide open area, and you can see from the rafters of this like big roof is a waterfall, or 2 waterfalls that are following into these large like pools, which are just like flowing down and then going effectively under the stairs. Like everything is green here. There are vibrant plants, and right in the middle of this open area is a giant tree. And standing like at the base of this is a robed figure with his back to you.
I'm going to safely assume that is the one.
Orada. Whilem. Marela Dui. That's all the Welsh I know.
Okay, so do you go up to him at all, or do you want to explore a little bit first?
No, let's see what this one person wants from us.
Yeah, best not to hold him up any longer.
Okay, so he's got his back to you, and he's looking at the tree, like very much looking up into the branches, and you can see that hanging from this tree, in an almost Christmas-like way, there are these orbs hanging from golden string from each of the branches.
Ooh, what are they?
Can I get a perception check from you, please?
Come on. You're rolling 19 until now. 12.
Okay. But you can't You can't really make out what these things are, but you can tell that they have small holes in them. And as a breeze of enough. As a gentle breeze comes through and it rocks all of the trees, and out of these golden orbs, a small sprinkling of golden dust falls down and just gently floats around the room.
Ooh. It looks so gay.
Okay, so who would like to speak first?
Trin?
The
I
elf?
wouldn't like to, but I feel obliged to, so I will be the man and step up.
So proud of you.
Thanks.
Congrats on coming out.
Whoa.
I'll do the correct greeting because I can't pronounce or remember words. With a respectful bow.
So, what specifically are you saying to him?
Basically, hello everyone. Apologies for our delay.
So, he comes out of whatever sort of trance was causing him to look up, and he lets out this chuckle. And so, have no fear, my friends. It is no inconvenience. And for the record, we say, in this land, hello there.
Fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi! Matt, you taking a photo of this?
I can die happy.
I just
Oh my
want
god,
to
so
point
the
out
high ground
that
bit wasn't like, oh.
Would you
he's
want
not
to point out
holding a
priorities?
lightsaber. That's a pool noodle.
So, what was that? You dropped out there and I've got the baby arc with me.
No, it's just a joke. That's not a lightsaber. It is a pool noodle.
Yes, indeed, because being a druid, I am a pacifist.
I bow immensely.
Yup. Oh my god. Right, my apologies. Hello there.
At which point, everybody then just says, hello there.
Oh god.
General Onyx.
I wish I were a General Damn.
Quantum does not want to be standing close to that bird. Yeah, we were informed that you wanted to see us.
Yes, amongst other things. But it seems that you've had quite the adventure, and I would like to hear of it. From the sounds of it, this land owes you a great debt.
Right. Depth for what?
Killing vampires, obviously.
Yes, especially that. But it seems that you, Flurp, with your number here, you have managed to accomplish what an army of 10,000 could not.
Oh god.
Well, they called us trademark chaos ensued.
When indeed chaos ensues, in that case, I bow to you. In which case he does.
Ooh.
We don't deserve it.
No, I was gonna say it's gonna be so painfully awkward when we go, yeah, about that.
So we actually
I-
made a vow with a vampire.
Oh,
Not the vampire, the lead vampire, I assume.
No, I
No,
don't
vampires
definitely.
Oh no, he died.
I'm definitely not mentioning that.
But please, tell me everything.
Oh god.
Everything.
Yes.
Like the time that we met
Stag
Frank
doing
and he was
lollipops.
naked.
There was a vampire in a jar. What else was there? Found a pirate hat.
Okay, so do you tell the story for want of a better description?
I mean,
Can I roll an insight on this dude?
Sure.
Can I have some guidance as well?
You know
I
what?
roll back. Give me some
Yeah.
guidance, girls.
You know what? Yeah, have some guidance.
Yeah, even if, 13.
Okay, so what are you hoping to get from this intel roll?
From the bow and from how is he like interacting with us, I just want to understand if he actually mean it or if he's like
Secretly
double
corrupt
acting,
official was gonna bugger us
faking
over.
it.
Yeah, but you're not getting any indication that he is engaging in any level of deceit, but you can tell that but he doesn't seem to have much interest in what you're saying. He seems to just be listening for the sake of being polite.
Elves.
Hey!
Sorry.
Out of a tree. And sometimes told us that
It is true though.
She could think of.
They are polite and they got more time than humans, so that they don't care to just waste another hour.
I care.
Sorry, I just run it down very quickly. Truly, I didn't want to offend you.
We found some skeletons with the plaques, and
Cool.
we've crashed a ship or two. We slept in a mountain.
We lead an army of undead. That was great.
I was avoiding that a bit, but yeah, we met a skeleton called Bony Bob. We met a skeleton called something about Captain Dead.
God.
Yeah, and this is not his shield.
But do not worry, my friend. I am pre-Disney Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He's not running around wearing the bad guy's armor.
Or her.
Or her armor. Somehow the armor changed genders.
Gender fluid armor. Good for them.
Does that mean the credit back is that one's going to turn to bikini as well?
Oh, yeah, I didn't actually cover that. So Obi-Wan, so Obi the One, is quietly listening to all of this, and you can see that the druids and the elves around you, and particularly the griffin, they're all trying to listen in on this, and whenever you finish, he then says,
All the griffins can fall out the sky, and they can go away.
and he just simply
I'm
says,
rolling initiative.
very well. Story is over. Please return to your duties. Well then, it seems like you will need to speak to the council on this. If the situation truly is resolved, it's important that you are given your just rewards in this regard. I would urge you to make all haste to the capital, and with that, you will need to face the council's judgment on whether or not you will be allowed to visit with the Dragon King himself. Now, I feel this is something that he'll need to make a point of viewing very directly. However, it's only by popular vote of the various council members that this will be allowed. Of course, you'll have my vote, for I feel that's even if such a story is exaggerated, it is definitely worthy of the king's attention.
With the king himself.
Yes, the Dragon King, who sits at the right hand of Bahamut, the Golden Dragon.
No,
Yeah, I'm aware. I
Your
grew up
own
in
king?
Minas Epidas. Marilla, cleric to Marilla. I am my own.
I believe in myself.
uh, cleric to Lyria.
I'm sure
Granddaughter
Maria
of
appreciates
the
it.
leader of the temple there.
Ah, yes,
about-
Rihanna Keys, a good friend of an old friend.
I'm.
He was the best
Glad
star
to-
pilot in the galaxy, and a cunning warrior.
Yes, we're watching Super Toto.
That's
My
possible.
grandfather can fly spaceships.
What's a spaceship?
I don't know.
Is it an
I presume
upgraded
I
carpet?
presume spaceship is a ship that travels through space, as in like the space that we fill. Like this is space. Maybe he has a ship that can just travel
No,
through anything and doesn't need water.
What is it about you starting philosophical debates between the freaking elves?
This is. He just looks at you and is like, this is what elves do. I've just learned to roll with it.
Do you roll a d20 or a d4?
Back on tracks. Why do we need to go to a council?
Because we fucked up.
Did
Well,
we fuck up? I mean, he says that we just saved them from 10,000 years of war.
This is
What
elves.
did we fuck up?
This is elves.
Okay, so-
That doesn't make sense.
Okay, so I'll let you do an insight on that.
Bitch, please. Give me some guidance, please.
I'll say the previous guidance
Guidance.
carries over.
Yeah. No, it's
Thank
still
God
on,
this
still
spell's a cantrip. I was out of spell slots.
on. Insight. Come on, boy. Nope. That's an 11 plus whatever. 15
Okay,
total.
so you're not getting the impression that he believes that you've, as you say, fucked up, but you're getting the impression that this is more, there's a protocol to this.
Yeah, but why do we need to follow protocol? I mean, we landed it somewhere in the wrong parts of the island, the continent. We stumbled upon a landfill of vampires, and we gonna get on a council to get judged by people because of that.
Easy.
They're gonna
His
judge how much
allegiance
money
is
they're
to the
gonna pay
Republic.
us. That's what they're doing.
And his allegiance is to the Republic and to democracy. So
Right, so when you say judging, you say, Morella, if you want to do a history check on this, then I'd give you advantage on that.
Ooh, lovely.
okay, good. Good. Okay, I wrote the same twice.
Okay?
History.
Yep.
17.
Okay, so you don't know the procedure specifically, but you know that people can only see the Dragon King by approval of the council, and the council is divided up into all the different houses of the elves, the different military platforms, the different guilds, and so basically anybody of importance gets a vote in this council, and you basically need to get a majority vote in order to be authorized to see the Dragon King.
Morena, does that mean you get a vote because your dad's your granddad's a big posh shot in the church?
Well, I'm not on the council.
Maybe your granddad
Is your
is.
grandfather in the council?
Is my granddad on the council?
Yes, being the Grandmaster of the Temple of Lyria, he would have a seat.
So
As
that's
you
a
say
vote.
all of that, my mouth opens and your voice goes through me like I'm a puppet. Yeah, so like he'd vote, and I'm sure he'd vote for us. I spoke to him this morning, and he's eager for us to return and to see me. So I wouldn't see why you'd say no, unless he learns about all the people we innocently murdered, which is none, obviously.
Obviously.
No, they were killed by the vampires. We just put them to good use after they were already dead.
That's true.
And then we put them to rest. We gave them peace by letting them get revenge on the evil people that killed them.
Definitely not thinking about all the other places that we've been and killed people at.
They don't need to know that, do they?
That's true.
It's not called lying. It's just omitting.
And you are talking to me. I just eat people.
I don't think that's something you should tell the council.
If they don't know that lizard folk eat people by this point, where have they been in the world?
That's true. I still don't think you should outwardly tell them.
Your lizard friend does have a point, but also overtly telling people probably isn't the best idea on that point.
Yeah.
I don't eat nice people. I eat the horrible ones. But not vampires, they're all ashy.
That's very insightful. But yes, I would advise you to make all haste to the capsule and see the council, or at least get a taste of the water, for want of a better word. Making a sort of like cocked eyebrow at the fact that you're surrounded by water. But get a taste of the water, as it were, and find out who is likely to vote your way. And when the vote gets called, and assuming that you succeed on that, you will then be able to visit the Dragon King in all of his glory.
The council who would, like, definitely not vote for us?
It's entirely possible. We are a democracy, after all.
True, but I mean, like, is there anyone who absolutely hates the idea of heroes, or lizard folk, or humans, or people with beards?
So, at which point, he strokes his beard in thought. He said, well, I could imagine that 6 of you have left something of a sour taste with the army. They failed and you succeeded, and that might make them look bad. I can't imagine the Dragon Guards would be particularly happy with that concept either, so winning them over would probably be in your interest.
We have a pet dragon somewhere.
Indeed. I would like to meet this dragon at some point. At which point Kashan then says, "Hello, adventurer."
I think he meant a full-size bloodline dragon,
I
right?
meant the one-legged women thingy that's walking around.
3-legged.
Whatever.
Each of the dragon courts holds a vote, and so winning them over would be a priority. The army, should you win them over, be able to vote as well.
Left after they went into collect the vampire that didn't come out.
Unfortunately, nobody knows. News of that hasn't reached us. And then should you do favours for the guilds? I'm sure many of the guilds would simply be happy with trade reopening because of your efforts. They'd be happy to vote your way as well. Of course, you'll have my vote. That's for sense of loyalty and gratitude.
And we have the temple's vote.
One of the temple's votes, I'll hasten to add.
I'm sure that my grandfather's probably friends with them, and religion. I'm sure it'll be fine.
And spoken in English as well.
Yes.
What will happen if we do not get agreed by the council?
Well, then I feel that the world will be less off for us. You have all done a tremendous deed. I feel that both you and your order would benefit greatly from recognition of that.
Yeah, but what if?
Then you simply won't get your reward, and your story will simply fade into obscurity, I fear, and nobody will know the true story of the adventurers that saved us.
I don't know. Some of these people are very loud. I'm sure it would still get around to some extent.
Say, if we don't get the credit for it, then who is going to get the credit for it?
The army?
I mean, look, the army's not here, they're dead. So, you know, their army miraculously came from the dead and saved them, but then miraculously died again.
Well, they can be just the alphas in general.
Yeah, but what he's basically saying is that you would need to see the council and speak to the Dragon King for that to become the official story.
Otherwise, they're going to put their own spin on it, and we won't get any credibility.
Okay.
And reward.
And reward.
We've got this.
At which point, so 1 moment. There was something very specific that Tyler wanted in regards to Durr in this regard, but I can't remember what specifically that was. But he then basically turns to Durr and has a conversation with him, and effectively the whole point of Durr coming to this land was so that he could speak to Obi-Wan and get a specific ingredient for a spell which he wants to do in his land, which is particularly difficult because it needs to acquire, because it's basically a sprig of mistletoe that has been cut with a golden blade at full moon.
So specific.
Yeah, so that was basically the point of him coming here to obtain that item. So I can't remember what spell it was that he wanted it for, so he's now effectively gotten that.
Woo.
Oh, so he can basically go out from the group and just follow what he was doing before.
Well, that's something that I was going to discuss with Tyler, because he was basically going to either Durr carries on with you guys, or Durr goes off to do this spell, which effectively starts up a druidic circle.
Well, it can be a little side quest. Go with Durr to wherever we need to go, and
yeah, the only
he stayed with us throughout the vampire wastelands, so we can help him out to retrieve what he wants.
Yeah, the only problem is that this spell takes a year to cast. So
Oh, wow.
Okay. I mean, we can just drop it off.
yeah,
Like a pasta.
yeah.
Right.
But basically, Durr has received the ingredient for that spell, so Tyler can make up his mind as to what is going to happen in that regard. So with that conversation, but Obi-Wan has nothing more to add to this, unless you guys do.
Yes, I do. I guess Mariella knows this answer, but how do we reach Minas Epidus?
Yeah, let me take you to the map.
Do the map, do the map, do the map, do the map.
Okay, so you can just simply make the journey through the grasslands, so just following the road. Nope, damn it. So it's 4 miles, 10 miles, 14, 22 miles. Basically, it's a 30-mile journey from where you are to Minas Epidus. So you could probably do it in a day's journey. Faster if you obtained like giant eagles or some other way.
So we're not walking.
But if you
We can walk.
if you were to walk, it would take just a day for you to travel. Alternatively, you could get some sort of transport and go that way.
Either way, we should definitely use a little bit of time, I think, to plan what our exact hit list is.
Yes.
I'm gonna step it us, like, how are we gonna handle which bit?
And then Kashan then looking at you with a big grin saying, "Hit list, you say, adventurer?"
No.
Hitler?
No.
No. Also,
But no, literally,
not
I've not understand. What did you say?
Hit
I
list.
said hit list.
Oh, so sorry, guys.
This is a
Well, you
very
got
different
Natty for
campaign
1
suddenly.
second.
Sorry, this is Morela's Anakin arc.
So you just sort of like put your head together. Okay, so these are the people that we need to kill.
This is how we get the council to vote for us. We become the council.
Oh god. It is technically a strat. I won't say no to it fully.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do? Or do you want to leave this for like a decision for the full group?
I mean, it would be good to have Durr there, because, you know, this is kind of like big Durr stuff that's about to happen as well, kinda. But I'm happy to make decisions now, or we can just plan. I'm basically chill with whatever.
Do we need to get anything from the markets or anything as well before we head off? I don't know whether, like, it might be a good idea to finish off with, like, us getting supplies or whatever we need, having a little mooch around.
Honestly, mooch around would just be fun. We always love a little shopping.
That's true. and figure out what we need, and then next time we should have everyone.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I will say here the market is like bare essentials. Like you're probably not going to find anything particularly exotic here unless you're specifically looking for druidic goods.
Hey, it's a new place. Everything's exotic.
Even like, is there like potions that we can that selling any potions like healing potions they're always useful, those scrolls or whatnots, if they even have something, if it's not just church and owls everywhere.
Sure. So this is basically like the blacksmithing market area. But what was it that you wanted specifically? Did you say potions?
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll run out of healing potions as well. So if we're gonna travel to go to Minnesapolis, I think we ought to stock up on potions like before. Because Mariella wasn't really there with us a few times, and we just got like, yeah, we do need potions.
I also almost died.
Jordan, would
You
like to
always
add to
need
that?
potions. Like a spare change your underwear, you always need them.
Kind of just sort of like, I'm not here.
Okay, so you go to effectively the herbalist of the area, and as I said, it's like very much bare essentials. They don't have shops here. It's very much just like little stalls, and one person basically has what looks like a grocery store, but instead of like fruit and veg, they have bottles of potions.
Oh.
And the person behind the store, who is a human dressed up in a sort of black and green outfit, for some reason has like goggles on his head, which he's go around his forehead, and he said, Gwyn Blythe, how may I help you?
Orada.
Konnichiwa.
Very nice.
This for me?
My jacket. It's mine.
Well, can I just browse your inventory?
Cat. Oh,
Certainly.
What is-
stupid.
Certainly. So, as you can see, there's not that much. He seems to sell exclusively health potions. So, everything quantity-wise is quite low. He's got 4 healing potions, 2 greater, 1 superior, and then in a sort of like glass cabinet, which is then locked, on the actual counter. He's then got a single supreme potion.
Can I have just a healing potion? Just a basic one or whatever. Probably could do with it in my stash.
Sure.
Stuff. Todd's just like sneaking this on the side when no one's looking.
Alright, so Totem immediately buys one normal health potion. And that will, so deducting 50 gold from that.
Out of my lot, that's fine.
Sure.
I'm assuming move that to grouped. Thank you.
Okay, and the rest of you?
The supreme health billing, the nice one locked up in glass. Is he actually locked up? Like, is there a visible lock on it?
Not necessarily visible because it's facing the other way, but yes, it is locked.
I'll
Don't
come
steal
back
from
from it.
these
But
people.
I'll get two superiors with me, please.
So what was that?
I'll get two superiors potions, please.
2 superiors, yeah? Okay, so but as you sort of reach in to pick this these 2 superior potions up, you feel that your hands are passing through some sort of field. You pick both of these up and put them on the counter, and he effectively says 1,000 gold.
Excuse me?
Ooh. Ow.
What made of platinum?
To be fair, the economy's kind of busted here, so like, you can't be too mad considering the shit they're going through.
Well, I will say, my friend, this is also a bargain, given that standard D&D rules put a superior healing potion at 2,500 gold apiece.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, they're expensive, boys.
Well, the superior one is just like, I don't know, that's the greatest, aren't they? Oh. Yeah, I mean the greatest. I mean the one after the normal one.
So standard healing potion is 50 gold. The greater is 200 gold, and the superior I'm doing for 1,000 each.
Wow. How much does the superior heals?
Let me just double check. So that's greater. Where is the superior? Here we are. 8d4 plus 8.
Yeah, no, don't need that many. I'll take the greater then. You said 200 each.
Yes, 200 each.
Boy, do you know who I am?
No.
I mean, we just slayed an entire wasteland of vampires, and we're actually going to the municipalities to get our rewards for the council. We just need some supplies for the trip, and you will give us a massive help if you just knock down those prices for us. It's not saying that I want to buy it I want it for free. I just said that a little bit too expensive. We're coming from a very rough journey, and it will help us out to just make it a little bit more affordable.
Okay, so if you want to do a persuasion,
How much did
Yeah.
you say they were?
200 each.
Each
Okay.
21.
Okay, so he considers this, and he looks around. You can see that everybody here is sort of regarding you with a certain level of reverence, and he's like, "Very well, I'll knock it down to 180."
I can pay for 2.
Sure.
Okay, so if you want to add 2 superior potions to your inventory and duck down 360 gold.
I've got signed on my inventory 7,100 gold. Just in the inventory, but I do not remember
Certain stuff
what's in it
around.
for.
A lot of that is probably the money that Docker robbed from that casino for you.
Was it?
That one that the one that you guys robbed, that denied you robbed. That caused a lot of problems. When
Yes.
Miranda
The
and
one
Doctor
with
had a
the.
moment we just had to ruin.
Also, wait, you've got 7,000 gold on you, and you're like, 400 or like 200 gold per potion's a bit
Bro,
expensive.
you think that was my plans?
You have 4,000 gold on you?
I
No,
have-
7,000?
I have 400 gold.
This is for the group. I'm just holding it in case something happens. All right. I'm not even touching it. I'm touching my own purse, miss. They're written separately because they won't get touched unless we all gonna need it, miss. How much was the deduction? 360.
360 gold.
Fail because I got much. I've got 14 platinum. Hold on. You guys carry on. I just need to do some offs.
Sure. Is there anything else that anyone else wants?
I'm gonna have to hop off soon, but I know there's nothing Morella wants.
I'll admit I'm starting to get a bit knackered as well. So, would it be worth us ending it here for tonight?
I'd say so, yeah.
And it's at that point that the baby decides to go to sleep.
No.
Not quite. She just opened her eyes when you said that.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right then. So we'll come back to this next week, where you can now start exploring the wonders that Minas Epitas has to offer you.
Yes. So hyped to go home.
As long as we don't have any more birds, fine.
No promises.
What she said.
Thank you for an amazing session, though.
Yeah, like always.
So no worries. If you guys enjoyed it, I've taken a break from killing everything every other episode.
I loved it. OB the one is peak.
Obi the one.
Was
Best
it-
session.
Weirdly, I had like all sorts of different scripts that he would follow. Like if Miranda just went up to him and went, "Good morning," and you'd be like, "We don't say good morning here. Here we say hello there."
Oh god.
Yes, I've got I prepped Minas Epitas like a year ago for thinking that you guys would get there quite quickly, and then through all the different sort of hard drive failures and stuff, I've lost all of my notes on it, so I now need to rebuild them all.
Oh no.
Oh no.
no.
We have a week to do it.
Yep. So I've got a busy week ahead of me.
You've got this.
And Grumpy knows
You'll
she
be
can do it.
fine.
Alright guys, I'll let all of you drop off to bed, and I will see you next week.
Yes, see you next week.
See
Ah.
you.
See you, bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.